Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 for some more racing, but as you can see, it's not going to quite be a normal, it's not going to be a normal race as such. We have got a circuit specifically made to be extra slippery. There are certain props in the game that when used and when it rains have very, very little grip. So we're going to have a tough time, pretty much, going racing around here. At least that's the idea. We've got the Brio 300 with the wide body kit, which I haven't actually driven before, which should be an interesting choice of vehicle around here. We've done a couple of these races in the past. They're good fun. All manners of chaos is likely to befall the first corner. Everyone is inching forwards, and I guess go. Well, I mean, we're all creeping on the start line. I can't say anyone really jumped the start. So yeah, the thing we're going to have to watch out for with these, they've got such short wheelbases. If they do kind of snap and if they get very sideways, you can't catch them. From what I've been told, I don't know, I've not driven these, so I don't quite know. But yeah, got to be careful with the steering, got to be careful with the throttle. We're going up a hill. Sure, okay. I'm going to guess we go down the... Oh no, I see what we do. We go over the bridge. Oi! Yep, there we go. We go over the bridge and then we go down the other side. Okay. I might have put too many laps on this, I'm not going to lie. It's quite a short lap, distance-wise, which is why I probably got carried away with the laps, forgetting that it's going to be slow because we can't put any power down. I've been a lot ambitious with the laps for this. That's a lot of speed and a lot of sliding Fiats have gone on at the bottom there. Yeah, that's the sort of corner where you can get in a lot of trouble. You can get in a lot of trouble indeed. Oh, nope, no momentum doing that. That's fine. We'll get a good run on the exit, hopefully. Yeah, we'll all get into a nice long line down here. Let's get the slipstream train going on. Have we got a jump coming up? Is it just like a big bridge, perhaps? Oh, it gets very light on the old steering front over there. A lot lighter than you would have liked. Can we get to the in? Maybe you can get to the inside. I don't know. Okay, no, that's that. I think that's the end of the lap there. Jeez, that was almost went very iffy for me. But I was figuring out quite how tighter a corner it was. We've got a bit of a breakaway group going on. That's not even the end of the first lap. I have made a goof. I'm just going to put it out there. We've accidentally done a wet weather endurance race here. We've slid. Oh, Amy's got tangled and gone around. We all get a good bit of slipstream here, and it's 4 wide as we. So that is the end of the lap. We will cross the start-finish line, the lead, first time around, but plenty is going to change. I mean, one thing we have seen in the past with these races is the catch-up is not actually the worst thing in the world, although this isn't as bad as some of the possible cars. This is more... It's not so much on-power sliding that we have issues with in this car. It's actually more off-power oversteer that kind of catches this one out. But sometimes with these slippery surface races, yeah, the leaders actually a slight advantage because they have less power. They actually have less wheel spin and they have less problems with their car. Does not seem to be the case here. Oh, Ewan with some Blinkmobile lag going on there. We are all fighting for the inside on that one. I'm pretty sure Longbow lost it before I turned up, but I certainly helped Longbow lose it a little bit more. Could have been a slight little bit of lag that put Longbow. Certainly we didn't initiate that crash, although they did get saved by Amy, I think, and all that. Oh, well, that's fine. Quite what we wanted to do, but we'll get away with it without it being too terrible. Oh, I'm trying to open the steering as much as I can through there. Now, what we're going to do, if this works, what would be really nice is if we can slingshot past and then carry all that momentum and then join the front group of cars. That would be perfect. Sadly, did not quite go far enough. But we'll be there in no time. Amy's going to have a look to the inside. Oy, and the big oversteer moment. We're both going to get pushed the slightly wrong way. Hey, Stevie! Stevie very sideways in the background. We are going to fall back just lift off the throttle, try and sit in the slipstream. Level 8 has just got turned in all sorts of wrong angles. I tried. That was a desperate jump on the brakes and hope it slows down there. It did just about work. Come on, get in the slipstream. Get in the slipstream. We're going to be dragging everybody with us. I mean, what else can we... What else? Kind of, we're having to work together with cars at the end of the day. We're going to have to. I think we're going to catch the lead group. Now, don't excite the back end of the Brioso. It is a very, very happy car that likes to slide around at any opportunity in these conditions. We will just lift and kind of coast our way into here. Oh, try not to murder the pink car. God damn it. The problem is that you check up not to crash into the car in front of you. Oh, we've got to... We'll get the slipstream on the exit. Yep, this can only end well. I have a plan here. The plan was good. I actually overshot my braking point a little bit. I wanted to go for kind of like a super late apex and cut underneath both of them. However, I did slightly overshoot. Never fear, though. There is still plenty of opportunity to move forward. Glister will come and join us soon. It won't be long until it's about a 10-car battle for the lead, which in these conditions will probably end in a crash and somebody having a tremendous accident. Hopefully not me, but, you know, always possible. Oh, like that. Oh, that was the lightest of bumps. We just got... I mean, we were making up some good ground with the slipstream with the toe, but just dragged us forward at the wrong point. It was the lightest of bumps at such low speed, but it was just enough. We're making backwards progress at the moment. It's not what we need at all. Not what we need at all. The one plus point we get, of course, is if when we are on our own a little bit like this, we don't have to be worried about other cars. We can take the line that we want. And we're not going to be hindered by other cars going slowly, although Ewan had a spin and lost a bunch of time anyway. And then they're going to get slipstream on me, and probably both are going to go past before the next hairpin. Well, we're going to make some for it. We can't keep going backwards much further, otherwise we will just be in last. Although let's not tempt fate, because I'm sure we can find a way to screw it up. Right. Yeah, every lap... So we were leading at the end of the first lap, but every lap has gradually got worse for us, although it's a better exit from that hairpin will put us back to 8th. And the lead group is not far away here. In our accidental endurance race. Let's go with a big slide. There, we'll try and make the most of that. We've actually pulled a little gap to Chris as well. If you just get a couple of corners, if you get a couple of corners quickly and without big oversteer moments where you're wasting your power, you can really make up some good lap time here. They are 4 wide for the lead of the race heading up the hill. Amy's about to try and make it 5 wide. No, not quite got the space. It's still 4 wide. That is one way to do it. Still battling side by side down this part of the circuit. Oh, we are... we're going to get to the inside. I think Glasgow probably gets on the exit anyway, because they can go for kind of like a cut back underneath. We'll certainly be in the slipstream as we head down the hill. This corner, in the dry, this would be a very quick corner. Whoa! In these conditions, it is anything but. Glasgow was to the inside, but got oversteer. Longbow we saw sliding. We've got a good run on this. Corner has given us grief. Oh, in Pegger's gotten very much right into a left-hander there. It looked like kind of like locking of the rear brakes was going on there for poor Impega. I just could not get that thing, get that car stopped without it spinning around. I've got a lot of momentum and not really anywhere to go with it at the moment. Uh-oh, Danger Man and Liam leaning on each other. Ewan's turned up. Oh, Longbow's there. Gliska's got the best run through the middle of everybody as we're all trying to avoid each other. I mean, that was the problem with, you know, loads of cars all together. All it takes is the littlest of contact and they're in trouble. The slipstream gave up pretty quickly. Although we're still like we're not really in it. We've still got some of it going on there. Danger Man does fare a little bit better. We are a little late on the brakes here, although we are going to hopefully... So my plan here is to get a good run on the exit and get some slipstream on some of these cars. And it kind of worked. Yeah, you got to be really careful with the brakes. It's very easy. It's very easy to miss the braking point because, I mean, you suddenly get a lot of overspeed in the slipstream. Your braking point's different, and of course there's just not very much grip. And we already saw Impega getting in trouble with a big spin, just under braking, just getting it wrong in a braking zone. You can't climb over a car. That's not a way to do it. It's called an overtake, but a literal overtake with these and this sort of condition is not going to be a good idea or going to work either. Up the hill we go, and it's going to be not quite a 4 wide again, although there was definite thoughts about trying that one. Chris has got to the inside at the hairpin. Oh, but he's not going to make it work down there. We'll give him a little nudge and then put him back in the right direction. I mean, you get enough time to do that because then you're sliding, but you're not going very fast at all in these conditions. So you actually have a fair bit of time to gather things up. Doesn't mean, like, you can have time and you can know something's about to go wrong as well, and you can have nowhere near enough grip to do anything about it, which is infuriating when it happens. But again, that's just how it goes sometimes. We've got a good exit through here. Amy's struggling with some oversteer. Now if we can get the toe off, well, everyone's getting the toe off Longbow. Damn it. We couldn't really make the most of that, and Chris is here having a look. Oh no! Oh dear. Chris found a wall. Chris found a wall, and then I found a space flight. Bugger. Yeah, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have. I was trying to check up a little bit because, well, the whole pack ahead was looking like they were about to have a really big crash. So I kind of had just a little bit of a lift. Chris carried a lot of momentum to the inside, but there wasn't a huge amount of space on that inside. Pinged off the wall, and that was the end of that. Unfortunately, not much I could do about that. Is there a chance we can work our way forward back to that lead group? Maybe. We've got a couple of laps to do it. So, you know, this endurance race. There is a chance that we can make it forward a little bit. It's the inside of Stevie. Get on the power. As soon as you've got the car not sliding almost, you want to be getting on that power. There are some gaps in the pack further up, which is perhaps not so surprising. Little bits of steering movement through there. We've carried a huge amount of speed, which is wonderful. That's what we want, and we will pass Liam. Stevie did not carry the same amount of speed as we did through that chicane. Yeah, if you get it right, especially when you haven't got lots of cars around you, you really can carry a lot of speed. Amy's having a spin. And we will be through. Yeah. Trick is stop the oversteer. If you can stop the car from sliding about, you can make up so much lap time on some of the other cars around here, which we've done pretty well this lap so far. If we can be quick, I mean, if Liam stays with us, I'm more than happy to work with Liam to try and catch up to the pack. There we go. Use as much of the road as we can. That might be a little bit wide, actually, through there, but still, just stop the car from oversteering. We will give the slipstream to Liam. I'm not going to fight this one. I'm not going to fight for position as such, because what I want to do is I want Liam to go past. I'll slipstream off Liam down the next straight, and we'll keep doing that, trying to catch the pack ahead. Although I've got to be a little bit wary under brakes in the slipstream, of course, because you now are suddenly going a lot faster into the braking zone. Nah, and I beansed it. Stevie did a little bit as well behind us, and that was what you have to be careful of. What I went straight and did is to now fall out of the slipstream, because we got it a bit, well, not quite backwards in the braking zone, but it wasn't far off that, to be honest with you. Damn it. Right, 2 more laps to go, I think. We are almost there. We are almost there. Now, Stevie may end up coming with us as well. Big squabble going on the front. We do want to see that. It makes it a lot easier for us to catch when they're fighting like that. The chances are I'm going to come around a corner at some point and there is going to be a spun car, almost guaranteed. That was a silly bounce off the wall. It cost us a whole load of momentum that we didn't really need to or want to have lost. Don't hit the inside wall either. We've done pretty well to recover and get back in this fight. We cannot have another big crash. We definitely used up the last of our recovery time, essentially. Danger Man leads from Ewan and Pegger. I mean, the whole field is here. Basically, Liam has been shuffled out. Liam got a good few cars on a couple of corners and then got stuck on the outside and has lost almost all the positions gained at the moment. Right, so from having a lap or two on our own, it's all going to get very different here. We've got a good line through there. However, level 8's gone round. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We just got to the inside. Yeah, I don't think we'll have time there. Just got a little bit too brave on the inside of Gliska. Well, I wasn't even really trying to go for a pass. I just carried a little bit too much momentum, a little bit too much speed. And once you get there, you just can't slow it down. We are, again, as I said before, I'm happy to work together with Gliska. We've got to try and get ourselves back up to that pack. Oh, over that crest we go. So much speed. Oh, big slide from us. Yeah, that is sketchy. Oh, and then Gliska ends up around in front of us. Ah! Alright. We're going to need a lot of luck. It's not impossible from here, but it is going to be tough. Us four need to not tangle with each other. Oh! Jeez. Level 8 just pinged it straight off the inside wall. Yeah, we need to really not fall over each other here, and we might be able to join that group. And who knows what's going to... If we can get to the group, you just don't know what's going to happen in the on the final lap of the race. Anything could happen here. We've just got to not make any mistakes, which is much easier said than done. And we've got to hope that they do make mistakes, which is, let's face it, quite likely, because they're going to be 3 or 4 wide in a lot of places. Stevie will fall into line. Sensible decision, because if we can get a good exit here, which we do, it's not quite gone the way I wanted it to. I was hoping we were going to get a little bit more of the slipstream there to slingshot past Gliska. We are up into 6th, though. Gliska will potentially get the run on the way down the hill, which I'd be fine about. No, actually, Gliska's past here. We are out wide, just trying to stop the car spinning. Yeah, the run down the back straight is going to be critical for me, Gliska and Stevie if we're going to get in this fight. Because there's a couple of long straights where we could do this. We could join in that gaggle of cars. I mean, that's kind of helpful for us. I don't know whether going out wide here is a good call or not. I didn't know where the crash was going to be. It was kind of a little bit of guesswork. Oh, it is out wide. And Stevie comes off a bit worse than me. No, that's the worst. That's the last thing we needed. We're going to be too far back now. It was a long shot for us, but we were almost going to be in the right place at the right time for that. However, that would have killed any chance, I think, because these lot are going to be able to be neat through here and slipstream each other and potentially Danger Man, unless they all have an absolutely massive accident and stumble completely over one another in this final hairpin, which is not impossible, but you never know, if, as you can see there from the contact. It's not completely impossible. We are just going to be a little too far back to join in the fun and games, sadly. It looks like it's going to be a Danger Man victory, although it's the drag race to the line. Liam and Impega leaning on each other. And I don't know. It looks like Danger Man got it. Stevie might just get us. God damn it. God damn it. Danger Man takes victory from Gliska. Liam gets on the podium in 3rd ahead of Impega. We end up 5th. Yeah, Ewan and Longbow tangling. I mean, a whole bunch of things went wrong, but ultimately on that final lap we were almost going to be in with a shout, in with the group, but as Ewan and Longbow tangled, we just got stuck and ended up in a little bit of trouble. Good fun challenge though. I did goof with the lap slightly. So, for our second race around here, we have got, well, something very different. It's the Peyote Gasser, which, from what I've been told, is pretty much undrivable around here. So, this could only go really well. And this is undrivable in a different way. Well, that's not a good start. We got the front and rear corners connected. Yes, this is undrivable in the far as it understeers like crazy. Sorry, I got a cat headbutting my foot, desperate for attention, and is so desperate for attention is currently spinning my chair around. That's not helped me try and get through the corners. Dear God, this thing is so understeery in these conditions. It doesn't turn at all. The steering is a vague suggestion of maybe a direction the car is going to go in eventually. Oh, Danger Man went for a grab on the handbrake. We've tried to duck underneath, which does not quite work. We're going to try again here. Oh, that's not quite work. Amy got tangled with something through there. Oh, Lado is going to help turn our car. That works for me. We will I'll head down here. Whoa! Yeah, you have to really slow the car down for these corners. In fact, more than that is going to have to be... Jeez. That is impressively understeer. I'm not even going to fight that. Ladder's going to come skating through. In fact, ladder makes that corner. It'll be quite lucky. They do just make it through. We are out the other side. Oh, yeah, I guess if you get the power down... Wait, that's a good wall ride. The way these things are designed is to kind of lift the front off the ground a bit. So as soon as you're on throttle, it's even worse. Oh, Amy's having a very big accident. Oh, I'm having a bigger one. No, okay, we got away with it. How? I don't know. Impega's had a half spin. Many funny noises occurred there as Lado's found the runoff area, and a lot of struggling went on in that section. Can we bump draft with gases? Surprisingly better than I thought. That I did not expect to actually ever work. Oh, well, I mean, the crash in the braking zone was not intentional. But it kind of turned the back of Impega's car the direction they needed it to go, at least. So that's something, right? We kind of helped. Ooh, not going to make it too wide there. We've got enough trouble as it is. Danger Man leads the way. Might be difficult to catch up in this. I don't quite know. I mean, the slipstream will help us because we've got a couple of these long straights where we can utilise the slipstream, and where the catch-up will be effective. Because much like with the Brioso, the power reduction doesn't really do much to these. Not really help you because they're not struggling with oversteer at all. If anything, they're struggling with, of course, chronic understeer. We've gone alongside, but there's too many cars to make that move work. Oh, and there's Danger Man's got in trouble in a weird way. I don't know how Danger Man's managed that one. We are going to sneak our way to the inside, and Pega gives us a little help. And we are out and clear. We run down the hill. Don't get on the power too much. It's just absolutely crazy understeer. Danger Man with a good line. We did get a good run on the exit, but we just didn't have time to make the most of that run. We had to kind of get on the brakes for the next corner before we could really use it. That one there did not quite work out so well. We've got Lado and Liam lining up behind us. Right, here we go. Ready for the airtime. Ready for potentially some mayhem. Yep. Yeah, that is a sketchy part of the track. We will get it slowed down. Always worried you might get hit by someone struggling under the brakes. Is always a potential hazard around this sort of circuit, especially with that sort of braking zone. Bloody hell, the slipstream just doesn't want to work for me down this part of the circuit. Quite going to get anything done there. Danger Man's trying to cut underneath on the exit, which, I mean, it could work. Can we get a draft this time around? There we do. Oh. Okay, let's not do that. I couldn't get the car any further out of the slipstream. It just wanted to understeer, so I wondered whether we could push. And you kind of can push with them. Not the best car for the old bump drop, but it does kind of work. It looks like it's going to come down to us three here with the gasser. Blado has fallen back just a little bit too much. We get another really good run here. It is to the inside for the orange car. Now we're on a very, very tight line in a car that's very difficult to turn. However, we've made it work. We'll swap sides with Danger Man. This works for me because it's the inside for this next bit. Oh, Impega's going to shove the nose there. We've got all the crisscrossing in the world. Danger Man will 100% be up the inside as we run wide there. We will get an okay run on the exit, but not going to have the grip. And I don't really want to try. Oh, I didn't want to go around the outside. I wanted to do what Danger Man did to us all last lap. But well, didn't quite work. We'll lose out to both of them. That's fine. I'll fall back into line as we head through this very... You've got to just crawl around these corners. Danger Man trying to grab the handbrake and do something there did not work. Impega got past in the end of that one. I don't know if I really want to be in the slipstream coming over this crest. It causes all sorts of problems for cars. It's going to be kind of wobbly air time for all three of us. We all make it work though. Impega's to the inside. We could, I'm not going to though, fire up the inside there. Because we can focus on getting a good exit, which we do. Danger Man ends up in the back of Impega's car. I'm trying to sneak a little bit of slipstream. That'll do. Although it's not going to be enough. We're going to be 3 wide. Yep, this can only end really well. It's 3 wide into the final corner. Impega's going to duck underneath all of us. We're kind of in the middle line here. We might still get a half-decent exit, though. Danger Man, oh, nearly. Not quite. Danger Man gets a little bit of slipstream going on there. We are going to just lift out of that one. We're going to get squeezed into a wall, which I don't want to have an argument with, basically. All is fine. It's the final lap of the race, and it will probably be one of us 3 that wins this one, unless we all manage to crash each other off, which is distinctly possible, given how this race has gone. Literally, we are crisscrossing every corner multiple times at this stage. Impega doesn't want to see. What me and Danger Man want to do was to cut underneath Impega, who didn't want to give up the inside there, which works for me because we've come out of it with the inside through the next section. Can we park it on the apex? Almost, actually. We got a little burst of wheel spin. It does have surprisingly good traction. I know it's a gasser and they're supposed to have good traction, but considering we're at really low speed on wet, it does actually have very good traction. So occasionally you get a snap of oversteer, but that snap actually is often helping you. The snap is often helping you make sure you get the car turned. Well, do with it here though. We struggled a lot with understeer. We did get the car turned, but then we had an Impega on the inside. Danger Man's had a little bit of an iffy couple of corners here. As me and Impega run side by side towards the bump section. Liam is not so far back in 4th either. Oh, big moment. In fact, neither is Gliska. Gliska has turned up as well here, right at the end of this one. I can see the chrome of some headlights behind. We will get a good exit following Impega down here. There we go. There is the slipstream pull we wanted. However, Danger Man is going to get both of us. Impega's going to have a second go at it, I think, as well. Or can Impega get stopped, though? That is the question. We've got a good line through here. Not good enough, I don't think. Danger Man's got a good enough exit. We will not quite be in the slipstream. We might lose second here. Not quite, I don't think. Oh, that was a very good race. It was a very good race in a very, very difficult to drive car. Me and Impega separated by 0.03 of a second. Yeah, I know what I was trying to do. I just didn't quite get it right out of this final corner. We couldn't quite get the car on the line that we wanted, and we weren't quite close enough to Danger Man to get that run to the finish line. It'll be a second place for us. Yeah, that was an experience, most definitely. Well, there we go, a slippery surface race. Not just with twitchy, silly oversteery cars this time either. No, we have the unbelievably understeery gasser. That, though, is going to be it for this video. A big thank you to Danger Man for building that wonderful circuit. And, of course, a big thank you to all of you for watching. Shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.